Yeah, that'll be a highlight of Thomas Rhett's set at CMC Rocks 2019. I am sure. MJ, you've just sat down.
We are live on Facebook.
We're live on Facebook. Hello, Facebook. We're a little earlier than we normally would be to go live on Facebook during the show, but we thought, hey, we'll go earlier and finish early.
Yeah, we can pack up the gear earlier.
Because the show that comes in after us is not that appreciative of the fact that we have gear laid out everywhere.
We're very polite. But
we are. But
I was going to say it's more just we can have dinner a bit earlier. We're not busy packing up stuff.
That's true. We did get to the steak in time last week. We'll probably talk about that later.
Well, Johnny's here in the building now with us, so he may actually stop us.
He may
Let's give him a bit of a look.
I want Johnny to actually come onto Facebook Live because last week I labelled his hair as the best hair in radio. So I think for those on Facebook Live, they want to see that. So we're just trying. No, he's not coming.
No
out.
activity in the office
yet. He's not
yet.
listening to his own station. What can I say? Tonight we are actually playing multiple tracks from the headliners. We started with Thomas Rhett with Anthem, but the song that is currently doing well for him is Life Changes. Let's check out that one right now on Planet Country.
Hey Australia, this is Thomas Rhett.
Your favorite country is right here.
Johnny Bones just stuck his head out of the office and then he disappeared. We need him to come across and say hello. So.
Oh, that's pretty good. Keep hitting any other
hello,
channel.
1, 2.
You're fine. You're fine.
Okay.
It's the other channel I'm hearing. There we go.
Okay, we're cool. We just had some audio issues. So we'll get Johnny Bones to come and say hello later. He's doing some training, I think, with some other guys here.
I better get up the video. I better get the live video on the.
Get live video up and people sharing, MJ. Hey, I can look on this screen now. I need to reload it.
We're actually doing 2 streams simultaneously right now. We're live on Facebook through video, but we're also live audio streaming the show to the Wolf because Swire's got a little bit of internet issues out here. Their ADSL line keeps getting cut. Apparently, they're supposed to have NBN, yet they haven't been given it yet. So someone's like, "Oh, you guys have NBN." Snip. And so they're actually broadcasting a very low quality level just as well to deal with that low internet connection. So we've had to go old school, the old way we used to syndicate Planet Country to the Wolf. We're doing a live stream via Stu's laptop in the corner next to me. And it's all going through a hotspot because our 4G reception in here is not the best. So Big Stu's phone's out in the kitchen. So hopefully the quality maintains. I mean, 4G is not quite as good as NBN, but it's still better than ADSL. The Wi-Fi in here is not not fast either.
Because we don't have the NBN at the Wolf office, and we're all eagerly awaiting it because the ADSL connection's rubbish. It's too far from the exchange, they tell us. But I'm concerned because I'm hearing all these bad things about NBN. MJ, you worried about the NBN maybe being crap when we finally get it at our office or here at the studio? Worth the risk.
You know how many times I have to switch to the graphic for tonight's show, the one that said CMC Rocks.
You had to use phone data to
I had to
upload
switch to my phone hotspot to get it up on the Wolf because it was that much of a not working thing.
That's right. But yeah, the issue at the studio here was crazy. They got NBN to the studio from the outside to the inside. And then they cut the copper wire. Oh, well, you don't need it. You've got NBN. But it wasn't connected properly, and there were issues with the cables being damaged and so forth, so they had to redo it. So that was a real pain, and so, yeah, they're still waiting for that to be sorted. So tonight's show, we are doing a bit of a special on the CMC announcement. We were over the moon. We think it's a great lineup. Obviously, we'd like all new country artists, but there's some traditional artists there and some Americana artists, but we think the mix is right, and we're really excited about the headline acts. FGL come back.
Katie Jane just joined us. So,
Katie Jane, hi Katie. She should be there. She's an artist that should be at CMC. We could say that about a lot of artists tonight. So what we're going to do is play maybe 2 or 3 songs from the main headline artists, and then a track or 2 from some of the other artists as well, and have a bit of fun. We're also going to relive an interview we did in 2017 with Michael Ray, who of course is coming back. So we'll play that a little later in the show as well. And we're going to have a bit of fun as well along the way. We're currently playing Thomas Rhett, and the song that's going to air right now is Craving You, feat Maren Morris. And what's interesting, and we always look, whenever we've tried to guess the lineup, which we just didn't even bother doing this year, in past years, we've always looked at possible collaboration. So if someone's done a song with someone else, maybe the two of those artists will be named to play, and then they could do the collaboration. And so, of course, Maren Morris isn't there, and we'll talk about this on the radio show later, but my theory is that Danielle Bradbury, who's going to be at the CMC Festival, may sing Maren Morris's part in this song because Thomas Rhett will reprise his role in her song, Goodbye Summer. So, do you think that's possible, MJ, or are you just too busy on the net not listening to...
I think it's definitely possible. I'm kind of listening and also working.
Oh, you're listening to headphones, which is taking the feed of what we're doing, not the radio show, so that's good. All right.
Now I can mute you.
Can you not do that? Can you take it back, please?
You say something?
No.
Oh, okay.
Crazy. MJ is crazy. So that's the show for tonight. And, we'd love to hear from you guys. So if anyone's watching, comment. Every week now we've been talking about dinner, so let us know what you're having for dinner on this Monday night. We get very hungry doing this show. We don't get to eat till very late. In fact, we had a dinner with Katie Jane and Jay Sini when she was in. Just saying, we had dinner with Katie Jane and Jay Sini when they were on the show that night.
Yeah, that's good.
But we don't end up eating till late, and I think they were just about to close the steakhouse that we went to even then. So
yeah. We're Lone Star at Blacktown. Where is the VIP party for Big Stu and MJ?
That's right. We should set that up.
We're a big deal, guys. Come on.
I want a restaurant where they have to rope off a section, and that becomes our section, the roped off. If you haven't had it roped off, so
the Big Stu and MJ booth.
Yes.
Booth.
Did you see Joshua Dirkson's post? Of course, the DJ from Nashville who.
No, I just invited him to the live video if he's awake at 4 o'clock in the morning.
He can tell the story because he was DJing and his booth, DJ booth, at a venue in Nashville was next to a VIP booth that had Garth Brooks in it. So he was chatting with Garth Brooks. So
by the way, guys, if you want me to pay more attention to you guys and not to my computer, share the video. That means I don't have to invite people to watch.
Absolutely.
James Doring's just joined us. He's won't be able to stick around. He did. He's supporting a friend who unfortunately lost a family member recently. But
we'll be talking about his issue with the FGL later in the show.
But we did open the show with FGL too.
10 seconds, MJ.
Okay.
Yeah, T-Rat with Craving You, which features Maren Morris. And I know what everyone is thinking when I say that Maren Morris is on that song.
Big Stu, Maren Morris isn't coming to CMC Rocks. So why would you play that song?
See, that is exactly what everyone's thinking. See?
Okay.
If they're listening on radio or they're watching live on Facebook, that's what they're thinking. Why would he play that? Because she's not been named to come. But I have a theory, you see.
Dun, dun, dun.
Thank you, a theme. I always look up who will perform together. Remember when FGL played Cruise a couple of years ago and Chase Rice came out on the stage to sing it because he wrote it, he co-wrote it. We're always looking
Killer
at
performance, by the way.
Absolutely, unbelievable. We're always looking at those kind of collabs or duets and who was going to actually play. So with next year's lineup, there's T-Red, but no Maren. So you look at who else is going to come and who else has done a collab, and you see Danielle Bradbury. Of course, Thomas featured on her song "Goodbye Summer." So you see where I'm going with this.
Yeah, I think you're onto something there, Big Stu.
That's right. Danielle Bradbury could sing the Maren Morris part in T-Ret's song "Craving You." And, of course, naturally, Thomas Rhett will go on stage to sing with Danielle on her song. It's all fitting together, MJ. I'm loving it.
Do you reckon you spoiled the surprise there for T-Rhett and CMC Rocks and all that?
I hope not. We might get in trouble. But I don't know. I just think it's a theory, that's all.
You're very dangerous with your theories there, Big Stu.
That's right.
But it's a good thing that we have Danielle Bradbury queued up to play next.
Yes.
How about we check out Goodbye Summer feat Thomas Rhett on Planet Country. And we're back to the Facebook mic.
Absolutely. And you can see how much fun we have when we're putting all this show together. Mm-hmm. So I just need to take care of some little ticks and things.
Guys, let us know what you make of the 2019 CMC Rocks lineup in the comments on the Facebook video.
I have to say, Danielle Bradbury, someone I can't wait to see because I rate her. She is really, really talented. And I think, big things ahead for her. But great that they've got her to come out. And I don't, because we don't know when they're going to play, so you would think they have to have her playing at a time when Thomas Rhett could be there to also come out and sing the duet. I mean, maybe he won't do it. I could be all completely wrong, but I reckon there's a chance that could happen because they want to, put the artists together like that.
But do you want to see that happen though?
Oh, absolutely.
I reckon it'd be a great performance.
Yeah. I mean, they could. Yeah, I think that's what they'll do anyway. That's my theory. So, and T-Red, of course, someone we've been wanting to see come out to CMC for some time. The other thing we were looking at, MJ, was who is likely to play the side shows. Mm-hmm. And so when you look at it, like FGL, we think are a no-brainer. They'll play, Sydney, Melbourne, and the festival. And
Karen,
we think.
So, hey, Karen, just joined us in the video.
Hey, Karen.
What do you make of the CMC Rocks 2019 lineup? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to share the video. We want to know what everyone makes of the lineup.
Absolutely. T-Ret, I think Thomas Rhett is a potential person to do other shows. Sometimes an artist will just come out and go back, of course, but Thomas Rhett is such a big name. I think he could possibly do other shows. What's the chance then of maybe a combined him and someone else? Maybe him and Luke Combs or maybe Daniel Bradbury?
No, I think Luke Combs, having already been out here and did big side shows last time, I think it'll be like Kit Morse when he came the second time. He'll just do CMC Rocks, maybe do more like the campfire stuff.
Yeah.
I think FGL definitely and Thomas Rhett definitely in two separate shows.
Now, you know who else is here? FGL is going to be here. Morgan Wallen. Is one of the lesser names on the lineup, and of course FGL perform on his song Up Down, and I think there's a chance. You need me to send this down?
No.
Oh, I think there's a chance that he could tour with them and support FGL in side shows.
What would you say, Daniel Bradbury, if she's doing the duet
with Thomas Rhett? I reckon there's a chance. Yeah.
I think so.
The other thing, of course, it's always interesting is who is going to be at the festival. Who is going to be at the awards night on the Thursday night, and who's not. And if they're playing side shows, like Luke Bryan played side shows and that, they're often not because they might be playing in Sydney on the Thursday night and then coming to the festival Friday or Saturday. So that'll be interesting too to see who does the red carpet, who we might be able to interview. MJ, who would be the ultimate interview? Would it be FGL because we didn't get them last time? They were ushered past. Who would be the ultimate for you?
Ultimate interview?
Yeah, a red carpet interview for the awards.
I think FGL. I think it has to be number one. T-Red would be a killer.
Huge.
Outside of that, because all of our rivals want to interview FGL and T-Red and Luke Combs. They're the headline acts. I really want to talk to Low Cash.
Yes, absolutely.
You know why? I put something on the Wolf recently. It was a poll. You had only two options. It was about Low Cash, and it was the best country band for anthems.
Yeah,
you had two options.
Right.
One option, Low Cash, and Low Cash wearing suits, because I found a photo of them on a red carpet in suits. Because hands down, they are the best band when it comes to party anthems.
Weren't they called something else? Low Cash Cowboys or something or other?
I think they launched as the Low Cash Cowboys and they simplified.
I know we played them a couple of years ago on the show, and they've been played on the Wolf, of course, but I think we maybe debuted them to radio in Australia on Planet Country. I'm talking three years ago or more.
Definitely would have. Who else?
And yeah, I'm pretty sure they maybe even liked a post that we did. But anyway.
Dan Hedwood has just joined the video.
Hey Dan, how's it going? We've just got Daniel Bradbury playing at the moment, and what we did was very interesting. Of course, she did the duet with T-Red, Goodbye Summer, and we then segued into Hello Summer, her previous song, which finishes with the line, Hello Summer, Goodbye Summer.
Behind the mic, can you say I can't see the comments on the live video?
I can't see the comments on the live video.
No, I can't see any comments.
Oh.
I'm like, what's going on? I can't see anything here.
Oh.
Okay, this is an issue. Okay, I'm
looking over here. No dramas.
I'm going to read out some comments to you. Ready? Just can you repeat to tell it? Because they can't even go behind the mic. So tell them what I'm doing.
Yes, okay. MJ is actually reading out the comments.
From the phone.
From the phone, because we can't see them on the screen.
Okay, so...
I can see MJ's
Birdman
phone.
is here. I didn't even know that.
Hey,
Birdman said he had pasta and chicken tonight.
Pasta and chicken.
Okay.
I could go that.
James Doran said, hi guys, able to tune in. CMC lineup is the best yet.
Ah, okay. James D.
Can you guys hear me behind the phone here?
I think they can hear you because it's a two-way mic there.
Okay.
We need to go on air, MJ.
All right.
Jump back in your
I'm
seat.
going to have to find a way to
We're
read
after
comments.
segment 5.
Oh, what is going on? I can't read comments.
Flick it back over.
Summer, goodbye summer.
Yeah, did you like that segue of songs there? Daniel Bradbury with Goodbye Summer, of course, then into a previous song, Hello Summer, which finishes with the line, Hello Summer, Goodbye Summer. I don't know what's going on. It's all about
Speaking
summer.
of hellos and goodbyes,
Yes.
hello to our Facebook Live audience. We've got
Yes.
quite a few people there. They're all making comments. I just can't read them.
So you've got the monitor in front of you, but none of those comments are coming up on the monitor?
Okay, I've got it comes up with just a proportion of who's joining the video, right?
okay.
Just make sure I'm switched to the right mic. Yep. So we had Katie, we had Bree, we've got James, Karen, two Daves and Dans, and we've got people joining the video. That's what I can see on my feed on my monitor here.
But you're not getting the
I
comments.
can see my comments.
So-
what do you make of the 2019 CMC Rocks lineup? I said hey to Dan just to see if Dan would respond in the comments. And I said, I can't. And then I realised what was going on. And I checked the phone, and they're all coming through the phone. So bear with us, Facebook.
So, hang on. So this is what's going to happen. You're sitting here. You have to get up, go around the back of the tripod to read the screen on the phone.
The only response
To
I
see
can
the
see
the comments.
is James Baker, because I'm friends with him on Facebook. He sent me a personal message to say, hey, I'm tuning in via the car. He's tuning
okay.
into 99.9 SWA 999
okay,
Sydney's
yep.
West. So I'll just keep saying that because he's in the car.
Yeah.
And tonight he's going out to get ribs and burgers.
Oh, see, ribs and burgers.
Normally-
anytime anyone mentions that, I'm instantly
Normally I have to make a
salivating.
choice. I can't get both. But we did see
We
the
could have
Birdman.
the
He has
rib
had chicken
burger.
and pasta tonight as well.
Yeah,
If you're
chicken and
just
pasta.
joining Planet Country the first time in a while, we've been doing this with Facebook Live for a while
We're
now.
obsessed with what everyone's eating for
Because
dinner.
everyone has dinner at this time, and we're in a
Except
studio.
us.
I think I've had brunch, and that's about it.
That's all you've had.
I did have, was it barbecue or fried tomato and
Ah, yeah.
bacon and cheese on toast.
That's a decent
It
brunch.
was left over
So-
from some time.
And you haven't eaten since then. So
No.
by the time we finish the show tonight at 8 p.m,
There
and then we
is-
pack up all our gear and go.
If you run a vending machine company, how's this opportunity for you?
Yes.
Here at the SWA 999 building, in the green room, there's a vending machine that the company has not tended to for some time.
Yes, we've put notes on it saying
There
like,
is a
you know,
note.
D12, the salt and vinegar chips, that doesn't work. You put your money in, you press the button, nothing happens.
Well, there's a note there.
And
well,
then there's a note
multiple,
saying, please.
multiple
tend to
notes aimed at whoever fills the thing. It hasn't been filled for a while.
it. Nobody's seen them.
But here's the deal. There's a timeline now. At some point, hey, hello to Adam on Facebook. It cuts off. We're going to cut it off. We're going to turn off the machine, and we're going to break into it and take all the food for ourselves.
Can we smash it open?
And Maz from the Drive Show here on Swatch Brian's already put claim to the Snickers bar. So I wasn't a part of that discussion. Otherwise, I would have got one.
Can we put in a bid to station management to be the show, the time slot when that happens? Because I think that should be live on
Facebook.
Facebook.
It's gotta happen.
Smashing open the vending machine and just a loot, grabbing the loot, grabbing the candy.
So that normally we'd have something like that in the background after the Facebook Live video, but we basically have to race off and get dinner because we're starving hungry.
The trouble is that because it hasn't been tended to for some time, not only are things missing because they haven't been replaced, some of the stuff could be old. I'd be checking the best before and use by dates.
Yeah,
Because
you have to
I-
definitely check that. Speaking of checking things, be sure to check out the campers map. 20 minutes ago, CMC Rocks just put up the campers map for the festival. Normally they delay all this stuff and everyone gets angry. And
they're
everyone's like,
putting-
come on, we need to
putting
know.
it
we
up
need to know.
tonight,
Yeah, so it's
so,
been
yep.
up for 21 minutes on their page. But don't go there. You can view it at any point. Stick around on the Facebook Live video. I'll somehow find a way to get my comments from the video on the screen. I'll be able to read them out.
Absolutely. Now, by all accounts, Luke Combs, we mentioned this earlier, is coming back. He was stunned by the fan appreciation this year at the festival. He couldn't believe everyone knew the words to all his songs, and his manager actually posted on social media just how amazed they were at the Aussie fans, and he pretty much assured everyone that Luke would be back. That was just after the festival.
I remember due to just the sheer heat, Luke was pretty exhausted, and his manager... Sorry, Luke had to cancel the
meet and greet.
signing session, yep. And his manager joined the CMC Rocks fan group on Facebook and actually posted saying, "Luke, I'm so sorry about this." And about 99.9% of the comments, I think, may even say, dare I say, 100% of the comments, everyone was so supportive and understanding. And I think that Australian attitude and
Yeah.
country music attitude kind of won him
But
over.
it was because the manager, I think, took the time to join the group, make the comment, and say, "Guys, we know he was meant to do this. We're so sorry."
I've been in that group for a while. I don't know if they've added an approval process, but how do you convince the admins that you are in fact Luke Combs' manager?
That's right. With so many fake accounts, we'll talk about that
Well,
later.
he
That's a
must
whole
have
other
convinced
subject.
them, and he convinced Luke to come back, which we're so excited
Well,
about.
he actually posted the other day thanking the Aussie fans and saying that they were the reason it was possible for Luke to come back and headline. And, you know, he's building up a great career catalogue of hits, which we'll check out now on Planet Country. First up, it's Hurricane. This is Luke Combs.
Run the little mic. Just.
You're flicking buttons there, MJ.
It keeps.
You've got a loose wire, probably.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Someone wants to donate a $200 two-channel mixer. I'll gladly take it.
Please,
off
yes. So do you want to, are you able to see the comments
I'm
here?
able to
or-
see outside the video some comments,
Ah.
but I'm still trying to
So why don't you jump around the back there and have a look and see if people are...
see if they load now. We are running two. So, well, just to explain, the Wi-Fi in the building, which is what I'm using to view the comments, some have come up.
It's a little delayed. This is
it's-
currently last
yeah.
week's show that he's looking at.
No,
Last
the
week's live
internet's
Facebook.
been slowed down as they prepare for the NBN.
Yeah.
Because of that, their streaming is affected. So we're actually running a manual stream ourselves to the Wolf, the syndication stream, which is what we do with Country Universe. Because that stream over there, forget it. Yeah, so we're doing that manually ourselves, and that's on our 4G hotspot. The hotspot's in the kitchen.
So my
where there's reception.
phone is in the kitchen, luckily plugged into a charger, currently being the hotspot provider with 4G, courtesy of Vodafone, for the laptop over in the corner there, which is streaming the show to the Wolf, and also for the live Facebook, which is MJ's phone, which is up on the tripod.
Yeah, so two streams to one connection has me worried. But yeah, that shouldn't affect me seeing comments. Oh, okay,
It's back.
we've got a comment.
Yes.
Yeah, so I basically said someone comment something, and then Diring went FGL. So that of all the things to comment, you got to comment FGL.
Yes.
All right, so we've got to go back to the start because we've got a few comments here.
Sure.
So what we got? Karen Stokes says, "Yes, we can hear you." Well, I couldn't see you guys. Dan said, "G'day, Karen." Well, they're having their conversation. Everyone has conversations.
Oh,
in the
they always
comments,
do this, yeah.
I feel like third wheels, even though it's our video stream.
Yep.
At
At least we're not artists playing a song and kind of halfway through just starting to comment on the comments. I hate that.
Yeah. Diring said he was able to tune in. CMC lineup is the best yet.
Okay,
Karen
he likes
Stokes
it.
said, "Awesome dudes." I guess responding or talking about us. We're awesome dudes.
Yeah, sure.
Karen says, "I think it'll be a great show. FGL are going to raise the roof. Luke
Yeah.
Combs already has a huge following in Australia. We agree. And I mean, T-Rat is taking his time to get here. He's got a
The
huge
thing about
following.
FGL, if you think about last time when they were announced, you either loved FGL or you hated them. There was plenty of division, actually. They came
You know-
along,
you
and
know
I know a
the-
lot of people became fans because they were blown away by the show. But if you think about their newer music that maybe appeals to a broader audience, I think they're going to be absolutely massive.
I think so. And I think Holy won a lot of people over. I saw
Yeah.
a lot of traditional radio presenters that I'm friends with on Facebook, all, like when I say traditional country,
Yeah.
they all were won over by Holy. They thought, wow, that's an incredible song. And
There's far less anti-FGL commentary on social media amongst Australian
well,
country fans
less
these days.
numbers,
before.
less people, but the people that don't like them, I think, are more vocal now, particularly as people have been converted. Karen Stokes said home free, which I'm really
Yes.
glad they're there. We play them on the
Now,
Wolf, and we
home
play them
free.
here on Planet
I'm
Country.
going to say I don't know how many radio shows or stations are playing home free. We are on the Wolf, so there you go. And of course, they do amazing a cappella stuff. To see them live, I've seen live videos of them. It's just amazing the sound that they get, basically, out of their mouths.
Yeah, it's I mean here's the deal. They're not going to have. It's not going to be a full band display. I don't
No,
think.
they're the
It's gonna
band.
be. I hope they're not beasters. I actually hope that they are on the main stage because I reckon they can just get huge attention, and I reckon hopefully the choreography there would sort of really get.
Here's the thing
going.
about them, though. They do have some of their own material, but they're famous, of course, for doing their versions, a cappella type versions of hit, new country songs. So what are they? They can't really do the songs of the artists that are going to be there. They can't do FGL or T-Red or the others. They're going to have to do.
Interesting. Dan said he loved the hard case as it's actually
yeah.
in the green room, but we recommended to Dan. He was looking for somewhere to transport some pedals.
His guitar pedals.
Yeah, and we said, well, get a hard case. It's what we use to transfer this box here, which is what we use for Facebook, and he loves it. And we're actually using one of the foam cushions from the inside of it to provide a bit of soundproofing on the little mic, because
We just hurt people's ears when you did that.
So going through the comments here, there's a few new ones I'm going to get to in a second. April said, don't forget Carly Pearce. She'll be absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
She's incredibly talented and has taken the US by storm.
We spoke about her last week because, of course, she's in a relationship with Michael Ray, who's coming back as well. So there you go.
Oh, they've got a kiss on stage.
Absolutely.
Hopefully they don't visit a drive-through or anything like that.
Comedy
Michael
gold.
Ray, we're still
It's comedy
paying out,
gold.
yeah.
We actually will have our interview with Michael Ray from the other last year's festival later in the show tonight.
Daniel wants to know who we are looking forward to. I think outside picks, outside of the main ones, because obviously SGL, T-Ret. I'm going to say Low Cash and... well, hang on. It's a hard one. It's a great lineup.
Frankie Ballard.
Ballard was one I've always said
Ballard.
I really want to see before I die.
That guy
Frankie
is
Ballard.
uber talented. Great guitar
You know
player.
what?
Love
I
it.
would pay to go see a sideshow just with Frankie Ballard, Devin Dawson, and Low Cash.
Chill factor, Devin Dawson. You want to see that guy play, just chill, in a chill kind of venue. Amazing. Daniel Bradbury, we mentioned.
Is he going to... Surely he has to play on Friday night, because he has the lyric in Asking for a Friend, what do you say? It's Friday night and you're beautiful.
So beautiful.
Good
the other one, of course, Lindsay Earl. Absolutely. We have played... I'm sure we debuted her to Australian radio. We played her music before she made it big. And just an amazing guitar player. Can't wait to see her. So many good acts. Noah Schnacky, the Radio Disney guy. I'm calling him the next Hunter Hayes. He is the guy that all the teenagers love. MJ, we're going to go back on air in 20 seconds. So
Can you
get
just
ready.
quickly... Have you had a few Jack Daniels tonight?
No, but I
Adam wants to know.
I am wearing the shirt. We are after 6. She's got the best of me, Luke Combs on Planet Country, which you might be listening to on SWAR 999 in Sydney's West. Streaming live, of course, on the Wolf Australia and syndicated to Hawkesbury Gold 89.9 FM, where it's Tuesday afternoon. So whenever and wherever you're listening, thanks for joining in. We're celebrating the amazing lineup announced for the CMC Rocks Queensland Festival in March 2019. We've just heard a couple of tracks from Luke Combs, but the song he's I guess most famous for, and I think he always will be most famous for, is this one, When It Rains, It Pours.
Sunday morning, man, she...
You can turn it up maybe a little bit at least.
We've got to have this song, because this song, man, when I heard this song, I just thought, who is this guy? And, we knew who it was, but it was like, it just sounded incredible. You know what I mean? Who is this? This is just amazing.
The music video is hilarious.
The music video is great as well. And it's one of those songs that you actually just find yourself singing along to without realising you're singing along to it.
Yeah.
So-
Now, everyone, we've had some really positive comments, both on our Facebook post about the lineup and this video so far tonight. But there are people out there that disagree. There are people that don't like the lineup. They don't know who's in the lineup. So what you got to do is you got to invite your friends to watch this video. We want to know from more people what they make of the lineup. Share the video on Facebook. Share it into the CMC Rocks fan group and other music festival fan groups. Let's find out what Australia makes of the 2019 CMC Rocks lineup.
My favourite comment I saw was someone was complaining and they said, and what's a low cash anyway? So, what's a low cash?
It's when you're low on cash, but you
That's
want to
it.
party.
That's exactly right. So...
Karen Stoke says, love When It Rains, It Pours. The more you listen to it, the more lyrics you grab. The more lyrics you go, oh, that's a great
Quite
lyric.
true, you pick up on it, yeah.
Diring has mentioned his FGL page. He said, so just annoyed
Yeah,
with
we're
my
gonna talk
FGL
about
page.
that.
And we're going to talk about that, mate. Don't worry, we're not leaving you hanging.
We're going to talk about that in the social media segment, but for those that maybe aren't aware, James ran the FGL fan page, Facebook fan page, FGL Fans Australia. And as we've known for some time now, these pages are being deleted by Facebook. Just completely deleted, no explanation, no warning, gone overnight, not there, can't access it. And that's happened to a few of our friends who run these pages. Alyssa, of course, runs the Luke Bryan Australia fan page that disappeared, and now, of course, our mate James D with the FGL one. And we don't understand why. Well, we kind of know why it's happening. It's because Facebook's dealing with this issue of fake accounts popping up. And so their solution is anything that, I guess they run scans, anything that comes up that's not the real person, bam, they get deleted. The problem is there's no explanation and there's no recourse. If the person that runs it, the admin, tries to find out and writes to Facebook, because you can't ring them, there's no one there. The only people you can speak to at Facebook in Australia are the advertising executives who report back to Ireland, because of course all the money goes through Ireland, so they don't pay tax in Australia, or minimal tax. And so you can't actually get hold of anyone to say, hang on, this isn't a fake account, it's a fan account, can we reinstate it please? You get nothing. No one responds to correspondence, just forget it. So we're really, really annoyed with Facebook, and we know we're on Facebook saying that, but that's the problem. No one's listening at Facebook. So we're going to talk about that on the radio show a little later. MJ, we feel for these guys because they put so much hard work into creating these pages.
They do. They do. I mean, how easy it was for us to tag Florida Georgia Line Australia and have, all their followers be, if we're talking about FGL, I mean, we would have them all on this live stream tonight, because if James was able to share the video, but he just lost the page. No one knows why. My only prediction is that the blue tick verification thing for the artists themselves has impacted fan pages that are obviously fan pages.
5 seconds, you talk after 7.
When it rains, it pours. That's Luke Combs, who is returning to CMC Rocks for 2019, just like a few other artists announced, including Cam, who impressed fans in 2016. She'll be back next year, and one of her hits is My Mistake. So let's check it out right now.
Just another heartache and waiting.
I love that we're not really doing much on radio. So we know James Baker's listening in on 99.9 FM in Sydney.
Yeah.
And they're just enjoying the music mix, really.
That's right. That's the last of our notes, by the way, the pre-prepared notes. Everything else is ad-lib. We were talking about how hard people work on their pages, and you're right. I was thinking about this. It's so important that these Australian fan pages exist, because it's so hard for us as a radio show or radio station, in the case of The Wolf, to get information to fans of an artist. If we've got an interview or something, we rely on those fan pages to spread the news. We don't have a huge budget. We can't pay to promote a lot of these posts. So if we tag a page like Luke Bryan Australia or the FGL Australian fans page, we know that the actual Australian fans are going to hear about it, are going to see it, and then listen in or whatever. And there's no way any of these pages that have been deleted, that are run by our friends, there's no way that they could be mistaken as trying to be an imposter of the actual artist. It's very, very clear. They're not pretending to be officially linked to the artist. It's just their fan page. And in the case of someone like Alyssa with Luke Bryan, she regularly travels to the United States and goes and sees him play multiple concerts. I think when she was in the States recently, she saw Luke maybe 3 or 4 times in different cities. So great expense herself. And she's posting about that experience on her page for Luke's Australian fans to see, from an Australian's perspective, going to the show over there. That's really important stuff, and that should be what Facebook's all about. It should be what social media is all about.
They've done advertising about getting back to being all about, just it's about you, it's about sharing and interacting and reconnecting. We know that's a lot of crap.
It's about reconnecting if you pay.
It's about selling your mobile numbers to advertisers, as it was just revealed they did.
That's right, exactly.
It's a great way. Karen Stokes has said, how good was Cam in 2016? She said, how cute were her outfits? We actually didn't get to see her outfits. We saw little bits of her performance, but that was when we were doing a block of interviews. I was kind of disappointed because I really liked Mayday and some of her hits at the time as well.
What's the current song that was played on The Wolf? Because I got sick of it.
Diane.
Oh, man.
Diane.
That song drives me insane. It's one of those songs I've just heard too many times. It's all right at the start, but then it's like too many times.
Karen said she heard Morgan Evans on Triple M Sydney today. He was actually interviewed by the Grill team in Sydney.
Yeah, that's right.
That's
a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah, the NRL heavy Grill team, not the AFL one.
That's right.
And you actually recorded it in the car. Every time I turn the car on, it defaults back to radio recordings. Like you're hearing it.
That's right.
We actually did on the Wolf, our Songs You May Have Missed segment was a commercial radio special before commercial airplay. So we had Morgan Evans, and instead of playing Kiss Somebody or Day Drunk, we played While They're Young, or While We're Young. We had Sam Hunt, we played House Party instead of obviously Body Like a Back Road. Yep. Casey Barnes, another Aussie from the Gold Coast. Yep. We played Just Like Magic instead of, well, his recent singles have all been getting pretty decent airplay.
Get ready to switch over because social media, and you want everyone to hear the theme.
Yeah. And we also Keith them with Somebody Like You because it's Keith.
Supporters and counsellors want to help you. We're here for you. Visit www.buyabail.com.au or call 1300 327 624 for help. Or if you'd like to donate to support our farmers.
Number one choice for country.
Planet Country.
Big Stu and MJ.
Now on Planet Country, what's trending on social media? Hashtag lame theme.
I'm sitting in the movies and I'm looking at my phone. I need to check my Facebook while the ads are shown. Looking at my phone. Looking at my phone.
Now here's the only host on this show with a clue about social media, MJ.
It's hi everybody. I was recently told after last week's show by Matt here at Sway, he's like, I've heard the show. I know you're the expert at social media, and I've got a reputation to uphold now, Big Stu. But if you want to see my work in action, jump on Facebook. It's Planet Country Radio Show. Jump on Instagram. Planet Country Radio is the username. And while you're at it, check us out on Snapchat, PC Radio Show.
Absolutely. And so comments, people are watching and commenting. What's the latest haps?
So for those who are tuning in, we have been going live on Facebook page. So for you at home listening in on the radio or you in the car, shout out to James. We know he's listening in on SWAR 999.9 FM.
Yep.
You guys get to hear some great music by the artists of the CMC Rocks 2019 lineup. We can't put the music on Facebook due to copyright reasons. So instead, our Facebook Live video audience is hearing you and I just rabble on to the point where I need a drink of water.
Well, what normally happens
is I can't have it in the studio. See, Joanne, I'm not drinking in the studio anymore.
What happens is, because we got in trouble for doing that.
We caught ourselves out with a live video where I took a drink in the background.
How does anyone know we had a drink there? Oh, we did it on...
Had a lid on it, and I was away from all the equipment.
But because I've been involved in radio all over the place, lots of stations. We're involved in another station, and most of them, it's like, oh, you can take a drink in as long as it's away from the console. Not here. Not at SWAR.
And if you're ever curious what goes on, all the shenanigans that goes on when the microphones are turned off, the video is the place to be. You can, if you're listening in on FM radio, you can check it out as well after the show.
We normally rabbit on until I look at the screen and go, 5 seconds, we have to go back on air.
Well, just a couple of comments. First of all, we had Joe Norton. He's tuned in. So he said, hi, guys. Hi. Now, Cora Norton may be coming in very soon. She's on school holidays. And Joe's like, hey, we want to come up and be on the show. And I think you said to me next week. And so Joe's now going, next week? Thanks for the notice.
Next week, well, she's welcome next week. But, well, it's school holidays. But she is in year 11, I think. So it's getting to the pointy end of schooling for her. It's getting serious. So
it is.
I think next time, because she had a lot of her friends from school watch the live video when she was here in the studio. I think what we're going to do is let's get her to bring some textbooks in and maybe make it a study session.
Oh, that's a good idea.
I mean, I don't know anything about the subject she's studying. You might.
I'll bring my radio notes in. I'll study and then actually try and be good on air for a change.
I think she should bring her stuff. Well, we can ask some questions from past HSC papers, that kind of thing.
Just like they do in the trials, where it's just I literally had my business study HSC trial exam was a recycled paper from 2015.
Can I just comment?
Actually, that can't be right. I graduated in 2013. How did I... It was from probably 2005. They just recycled. It's like, oh yeah, that's your trial. I'm like, okay.
Can I just read a comment on our live?
I was talking about the Ansett collapse. That's how old it was.
way back. Every time someone mentions the Ansett collapse, I shiver because I lost many hundreds of thousands of frequent flyer points.
Joe's just said she just finished her exams but thinks it's a great idea. Well, exams may be over, but you're going to need to know your algebra in real life. That's the big myth. You actually need algebra in real life. You'll be surprised. See, Joe, it's all right. I got you. So I got you back here. She'll keep studying. We've got your back. We had some great comments coming in as well about the lineup for CMC Rocks. We also had some stuff away from the lineup. Karen heard Day Drunk by Morgan Evans on commercial mainstream radio in Sydney.
Yeah.
Which is odd because I thought Karen was in Brisbane.
You're
in Sydney, you need to come and hang out with MJ?
He actually played that. I heard that. He played that, as he does with the loop pedal. So live in the studio. And then they had to explain by the way, that was just him. Everything you heard on radio was him doing that live.
Well, he did an ID, I believe, for the song, and we actually get artists to do it for us as well. You'll hear it a lot on the Wolf, and you hear it a lot. You already heard it tonight's show. We had FGL do an ID. We had Thomas Rhett do an ID. So that's something that we try to, for Facebook Live, we try to keep the song going long enough to hear the ID.
They can hear the ID.
Yeah, so they know the artists know we're playing them.
There is another comment. Great job, guys. Love listening. Amazing dance moves. So that was in relation. That was brief. That was in relation to the theme for social media, because MJ usually does a kind of a dance thing.
Yeah. And every time he says, I'm looking at my phone, I don't grab my phone out because it's doing the live video. I grab
the cover,
my sock cover.
So it looks like
I have a hard case, and then I have a rubbery hard case, and then just because I'm really worried about my phone breaking, I have a little soft pouch, and so I now have a floppy phone for these.
Floppy phone.
That's it there.
Now,
hey, look, you can't hear me. Now you can.
It's like
now
a pop filter. We need
to
stop doing that.
Okay.
We need to be serious for a moment, because social media, we need to talk about this. We mentioned it live on Facebook during the song. One of our friends, very good friend, James Dyring, runs the Facebook page for FGL Fans Australia. So it's something he set up, and it's been taken down by Facebook. We mentioned last week the same thing had happened to our friend Alyssa, who runs the Luke Bryan Australia fan page. That was removed by Facebook. So Facebook is systematically going through, and anything that has a famous person's name on it, gone. They just delete it. They don't look at it and go, it's clearly a fake account, we'll get rid of it. Oh, no, this isn't clearly fake, this is a fan page, and we'll let it stay. They're just deleting it. There's no explanation, there's no warning, and there's no recourse. You can't... Facebook are this edifice. They exist, and they're huge. Mark Zuckerberg, wherever he lives, is huge. That's it. You can't get to anyone. If you write to them, they just don't bother replying with an answer. If you go to ring them in Australia, the only people you can speak to from Facebook in Australia are the advertising people, the people that will try and sell you advertising, which of course goes to their accounts in Ireland, doesn't even go...
Controversial, Big Stu.
Yeah, well, I'm sick of the whole tax thing.
It's ridiculous, because these pages had... they were the fans of the artist, but they weren't going to these pages for the artist, announcement. They were going there because they wanted to find out, from an Australian perspective. They wanted to find out, the artist is particularly big name artists. Luke Bryan doesn't do his social media.
No, that's
he
right.
might do an Instagram story here and there, but it's some marketing professional at the label, But when Elisa put stuff out for Luke Bryan, it was this person curating the stories, and more importantly, Elisa was a diehard fan. She goes to so many Luke Bryan shows.
Elisa travels to America regularly to go and see Luke Bryan play. Last time she was there earlier this year, she saw about 3 or 4 of his shows in different cities. The cost for her to go and do that, and she got to do some meet and greets. And that content that she was posting back to her Australian fan page for Luke Bryan, that was being seen by all his fans here. And it related to them. They were like, here's an Australian over there going to see the concerts. And she's posting content in the queue up to get in, and all of that sort of stuff. Here's the merch tent.
There were fans there that did get confused, and they comment, Keith Urban Australia still hasn't been touched. Thank God they're probably going to get touched now that I mentioned it. But I did see recently, Keith Urban Fans Australia, they actually addressed a fan that said, "Oh, Keith, I love you so much." Like, hey, just so you know, we're not Keith. We're just a fan page. So
that's right.
There needs to be
clear. They never purport to be officially linked or sanctioned by the artist. It's just a group of people, dedicated fans that want to... It's like the fan club that anyone can create. In years gone by, you could create a fan club. You didn't get in trouble for doing that.
In a world of fake news, I can understand them trying to ensure that accurate information is spread. But surely there's a... if we've got the blue tick of verification to say this is an official thing, surely there needs to be one that says this is a responsible thing. A green tick or a yellow tick or something.
But the whole thing is, no one's... It's an algorithm or it's a computer scan. Nobody's sitting down looking at them going, oh, this is fake, this person's pretending to be Luke Bryan, get rid of that. Oh, this one's a fan page, we'll let it stay. They're doing a scan, the name comes up, get rid of it.
Well, that's the thing, is what happens if it's an official, well, maybe not the official fan club, but it's something that's been supported and approved by an organisation. The CMC Rocks fan group on Facebook, this is a group, not a page, that has the backing of CMC Rocks, Chug Entertainment. They love it. They love the fact that fans are there to help other fans.
But that backing exists, but Facebook wouldn't know that. That page could be taken
down. Well, the group's
down.
not actually officially even linked to the main page. It's not run by... It's run by dedicated fans that go to CMC Rocks every year.
But you know what? The CMC Facebook page, the Chug and CMC that put the event on, they know the best way to get information to the fans, the people who are camping and coming to the festival, is through the fan page. So they don't want it to be taken down, but that could very well happen.
It could very well happen. It's
sick
no
of
word
Facebook.
of warning.
I'm sick of Facebook doing this. This is so unfair. And we run several pages. Okay, so these are not personal accounts. These are pages for our radio shows and radio stations. And it's very hard to get engagement. We don't have budgets. We don't have a huge budget. We're not for profit. So if we want to get a message out there, Facebook penalises. We're not paying. It's all about money.
Exactly, and Joe has just come in the comments. He said, Facebook won't let us even boost or share Cora's new video. So if anyone hasn't seen it, please check it out on Facebook. That's Cora Norton, her brand new music video. It's incredible video. But how could she not boost it? It's her intellectual property.
Yeah.
What can you do? It's ridiculous. Live video has been interrupted, Big Stu, according to the thing here.
I think Facebook have taken us down. What we're going to do, we'll just see what's happened. I think Facebook might have said, that's it, they're gone. But anyway, it was worth saying. I'm glad I said it, and it will forever exist in podcast history on the radio show. But let's go into some FGL. James
We're
Dyring.
back, Big Stu, but my God, that was a warning.
Facebook just cut us off, and MJ's put us back up. We'll go into some music, though. It's a serious issue. I'm not sure what the answer is. MJ, you created what do you call it? Not a poll, sign your name to it. What do they call it? A petition.
Petition, yeah.
For the Luke Bryan page. We need to do the same thing to help James out, and we need people to start telling Facebook they're not happy.
That's right. Go to change.org, search Facebook, reinstate Luke Bryan Australia, and be ready because we're going to do an FG one real soon. James Dyring, we've got your back, bro.
Absolutely. Let's go into the song. We absolutely killed the festival when they played it. They'll do it again. It's Cruise right here on Planet Country. It's FGL.
Baby, you a song, you make me want to roll my windows down and cruise.
I'm sorry if I got too angry, MJ, and Facebook interrupted our feed. But Facebook, you need to sort yourselves out.
Tell me deaf there,
Sorry
man.
Sorry, everyone at home.
We got an exclusive through. But here's the thing. The cool thing about Facebook is that it can be beneficial. Craig Wood has given us a bit of an exclusive information via the comments.
Yeah.
He's like, hey, lads, on holidays as well, giving you an exclusive. I've reworked Get Your Boots On. I'm hoping to pitch it to the NRL for use in the 2019 season.
What a great idea. Craig Woodward's song, Get Your Boots On, which is a really cool song. Get your football boots on. That's unreal.
That would be awesome.
I love that.
He says, guys, grassroots commentary is always so much more interesting than the corporate wheel. Keep on keeping on, guys. CW.
Craig
He's got the
Woodward.
cool like that. Awesome.
Craig Woodward's one of those guys that's just so cool, and he's a great musician. And he runs a music school, Men on Music, and that's doing amazing things. And he also plays in tribute acts. He plays Bryan Adams tribute. He's very good. He sounds just
incredible
like
stuff. And the only problem is that he's a Bulldog supporter.
Yeah.
Not a Tiger supporter like us.
Yeah.
But we can forgive him because he makes good music. If he ever turns up in a Bulldogs jersey, he may be told you have to stay out there instead of being.
You know who's a huge supporter in NRL, and that's Matt Cornell. He's always got my feet touching your feet. So sorry. He's always got his South Sydney Rabbitohs jumper on during the football season. Matty Cornell. So
we need more Tiger supporters in country music.
We need Tiger supporters. Absolutely. FGL playing at the moment.
Christy Lamb lives down in southwest Sydney.
She's a Tiger supporter.
No, I thought she's Rabbitohs like her dad.
Oh, is she?
She's Rabbitohs.
Oh, okay.
And then Jay Sini lives down in southwest Sydney, but he's Dragons because a relative played for him or something. What's going on?
Not good enough. Not good enough. Jay Sini, he was up at the crack of dawn. He is doing videos for artists just about every day of the year. He played at Denny the other day. Raced down, played, raced back. Now he's doing videos at Sunrise. Amazing talent.
Bree's a Tigers fan. See, we may not have the artists, we've got the fans on our side.
That's all that matters.
Yeah. We outnumber the artists, I think.
Jimmy Barnes, I think, is a Tigers fan. He was kind of the number 1 fan or 2 fan or something for a while there. So there you go.
What do you make of our chances next year?
Now, I like them.
Before we go
now,
on,
yes, I was going to ask about this. We've had comment about my T-shirt because Jack Daniels, I do not have a Jack Daniels in front of me.
I haven't been to the gym, not taking the shirt off.
So, MJ, you're wearing the Sydney Kings basketball T-shirt. Of course, the Kings have played today a pre-season game against NBA team, the LA Clippers in Hawaii, of all places.
The score was
They were narrowly defeated for 3 quarters, and then they were beaten soundly in the end.
Yeah, the NBA NBL crossover preseason games are going on right now, but here on SWAT 999 in Sydney's West, 99.9 FM in Sydney, and streaming online, you'll be able to catch live commentary. There's actually, when he said grassroots commentary, Craig, we're going to be...
Made you think of it.
I actually wore my Kings shirt for this reason, and
the Sydney Kings home games will be on SWA in Sydney, the radio call. And you know what I've done?
What?
Well, you were there. I've actually tried to worm my way in. I want to get part of that commentary action. I spoke to the guy that runs all the sport at SWA, and I said, if you need a hand.
So, Julian, you're on Facebook Live right now. If you need any help, we proof we're Kings fans. We won't be biased.
You know what we used to do? Years ago, the Foxtel coverage... You might remember this. I think they did it with rugby league as well. They had a function where if you press red, it took out the commentary, but you still got the noise of the game and the crowd. And they did that with the NBL. So we would mute out the commentary of John Casey and Steve Carfina, and we would call the basketball action in our living room.
John Casey's a legendary commentator. The first person to ever speak on pay TV in Australia
was John Casey.
And I kind of feel bad because he actually was really good and we weren't. But we'll be better on SWAT 999 because we've had radio experience now. Yeah.
What's his best comment, famous comment? If the ball, someone takes a shot and the ball sort of goes around the rim and falls in, he goes, the ball does a couple of laps of the iron.
Before tickling the twine.
It
sounds like a country song.
I love that.
You're climbing up to the, you're welding the iron, then you're tickling the twine, getting up in my truck to go cut some pine.
Now, Andrew Bogut is the big signing for the Kings, coming back from the NBA to play in Sydney. Everyone's going to want to commentate because he's there. Well, how would you call Bogut in action? Give us an example of a play-by-play kind of scenario.
Bogut, post up in the paint, guarded closely by, what's another center? Daniel Johnson. Kings lead the Sixers by 2. Bogut, hook shot, it's good! Kings tie the game. Right now, Kings were leading. Kings take a 4-point lead as we count down. 2 minutes left in the final term here from the Kingdom. You're on SWAT 999 Sport, live NBL.
I love it. You've got to get a gig.
Julian, there's my air check.
That's the air check. I'll do one later. I don't want to do one now. I can't compete with that. You're a radio guy.
Oh, well, okay. I know we've got to get back to CMC Rocks and we will, but dinner controversy. We're back on the dinner topic. James Baker, who did join us on the Facebook Live video, he was cruising home in his car, listening in on 99.9 FM in Sydney, got home, jumped on the live video. He went to a place called Ribs and Burgers. I had to mask it that it was an actual... I said Ribs. Usually I have to pick between one of the two. We can't say a lot of companies on air, really. We're not supposed to. But he said they forgot to give him his chips.
Oh, I hate that. I hate going drive-through and they forget something.
I was at a pub the other day, and I had dinner, and I had a great... It was expensive. It was $18, but it was a chicken burger that was on sourdough bread. It was incredible, except the chips had no salt.
Do you know what I hate?
Not even chicken salt, just
I'm going to name and shame McDonald's. They never give you napkins, serviettes, in the bag when you go drive-through. So you go drive-through, and of course you go somewhere, you park at a park or something to eat, and there's no napkins.
And they're just like, what do I do?
We're going back on air, MJ.
It's just that simple, S-I-M-P-L-E, simple as can be. It's just that simple, S-I-M-P-L-E, simple as can be.
S-I-M-P-L-E, simple as can be. It's FGL.
And now I know my ABCs.
That's right. I've tried to sing along to that song because it's one of those catchy songs, and my brain doesn't think quick enough for the riff. S-I-M-P-L... I've got it wrong.
I know I'm not the only person that does this, but I accidentally end up singing the campfire song from SpongeBob SquarePants. I start to go S-I-M-P, and then it's like C-A-M-P-F-I-R-E-S-O-N-G song. Campfire song, yeah. It's just
I love that.
Something like that. And I start, S-I-M-P-R-E, campfire, S-O-N-G song,
I think what gets me is it's so fast.
Craig Woodward's like the boy can spell. Funny.
It goes into, S-I-M-P-L-E, simple as... It just keeps going. There's no gap for you to kind of regroup.
Karen, we've been talking on Facebook Live about what people have been having for dinner. James Baker went to a restaurant and they forgot to give him his chips with his burger.
Yeah, we hate that.
Which is like, I went to a bistro last night and they didn't put salt on the chips, which I thought was really odd.
That's not bad, though, because then you can decide the salty.
The great thing about being personal friends with MJ is you can send me direct messages, and Karen has sent an order for a takeaway pizza.
She's ordered Pete. What did she get?
$19.
Must
I'm
be
sure
that's one of those fancy ones.
Oh,
What's
hang on. Okay. Hope you don't mind, Karen, but we are now reading out your receipts. 3 mediums for $13 is a deal. She's got medium traditional cheese lovers, medium traditional Hawaiian, and another medium traditional Hawaiian. I guess she likes pineapple on pizza. I agree. I like
What's a
pineapple
cheese
pizza.
lover's pizza? It's just cheese.
Maybe it's one of every cheese. So you got your mozzarella, your cheddar,
I'm sorry. When they melt, they all taste the same. Cheese.
If I buy a sandwich from a fast food joint, I have to have Swiss cheese on it. I don't know why. It just tastes good. I don't normally eat Swiss cheese. There's also garlic bread. You can't forget garlic bread.
Garlic pizza's good when you get the garlic pizza.
Public holiday fee. I was like, public holiday. What's a public holiday?
Yes, a lot of restaurants will do this because it's the public holiday today. They in New South Wales and Queensland, at least, they actually they charge you might be 10%.
Well, at the bottom of the receipt it says your feedback is important to us. Tell us about your ordering experience. Well, I got charged for a public holiday.
The ordering experience was I didn't want to pay extra.
What if you work on a public holiday? Can you claim?
Well, I think that's why. I think it's because the workers are paid the extra loading or whatever, so they try and make it back.
No, good point.
Anywho, listen, what we're going to do is flash back because can you remember when we spoke to Michael Ray before the drive-through incident, which we mentioned last week? We're always going to mention. If we interview him again, how are we not going to raise that?
So, Michael Ray, have you seen an Australian drive-through yet?
Is it going to be one of those? Because normally country artists, they're no divas. There's no don't ask about this. It could be one of those don't ask about this kind of.
Karen's just said on the Facebook Live video, pizza on special, shut up and take my money. Evidence sent to MJ's phone, lol. There's a bit of delay on the comments. Yes, I was in Sydney. I'd come to the studio. Open door policy. It's closed, but there is an open door policy.
There is actually three
Just ring the doorbell and I'll buzz you in.
3 spare chairs.
Kids' order is cheese only. Kids, hopefully when they get older, they get a bit more sophisticated and want something better on their pizza. The trade-off was not going to the shops.
Well, okay.
Fair point.
That's always good.
Fair point.
That is always good. Back to Michael Ray. So what are we going to say if we interview him without talking about the drive-through incident where in the McDonald's drive-through in Florida he was arrested?
Can we ask him a million questions around the issue without actually mentioning the issue? Can we so have you ever been through an Australian drive-through? Do you notice they're any different? And he'd be like, no, what's different about them? Well, there's no police pulling you over.
Very few low-speed accidents occur in Australian drive-thrus. That's probably wrong, There's probably a stat.
What are they like as a couple? Will they walk the red carpet together like
Carly
Morgan and Kelsey did when they weren't a couple, but we all went, they're a couple now. Surely they're a couple, and it was revealed when she flew back. But will Michael Ray and Carly Pearce walk the red carpet together? Will it be kind of? Will we have to? Will it be like when it's a really fresh new couple and they're inseparable and they're holding hands? It's like hi guys, I remember you guys from a couple of years ago. This is my partner Carly Pearce, and we're like, Carly, we did an interview 5 minutes ago with Michael Ray still in the room. Nothing's changed here. That's right. You can go and take a break if you like. I mean, you can stick around.
Exactly.
I mean, when we interviewed Brett Young with his fiancée on the red carpet, we interviewed the fiancée more than we interviewed Brett Young. Yeah, so I mean, we'll have a session with Carly Pearce, but we'll be interviewing Michael Ray about Carly Pearce. Then we'll have a session with Michael Ray and we'll interview Carly Pearce about Michael Ray.
It's too confusing, MJ. Yeah. What we're going to do is
we'll
flash
make it
back
work.
To pre-incident in Florida drive-through when we spoke to Michael Ray, a nice guy, by the way, back in 2017. Let's check it out now on Planet Country. We're here with Michael Ray. We call him the Kiss You in the Morning guy. Now, we call you that. Everyone's got a nickname on our show. It's not a bad one to have because that single was huge for you. What did it feel like when that came out and did what it did?
It was awesome, man. To be a new artist and country music's the biggest it's probably ever been. I mean, to be a part of that and to be a new artist and have your first single come out and have country fans and country radio embrace it like that and for it to fly up the charts as fast as it did, become a number one hit it's ever. I mean, it's a dream come true. It's unbelievable. I mean, every word combined, it is that. So.
Now, your latest single, of course, Think a Little Less, that's just gone to number one, literally days ago.
This week, yeah.
This week. So what's it like for that to happen, but more importantly, to be away from home when that happened?
Well, so when it actually hit number one, I was actually in my hometown, close to my hometown, playing a festival down there and had all my family, and I'm a big family guy and all my boys back home, and so we had everybody together, well, a lot of them together, and kind of was able to celebrate, and my family had a band when I was a kid, so I've been in country music with them my whole life, and to see how far we've all came from being a band in my hometown to now having a second number one was it was awesome, and then to be able to be here. Australia is such a beautiful place and a bucket list place I've always wanted to go to, and to be able to
Everyone
celebrate
says that. It must be all right.
Speaking of bucket list items, you've obviously already hugged a koala.
Yes.
What's that like? Because I've never done that, and I'm a local.
Australians don't do that. It's only the tourists.
It's like whenever I'm from Florida, and people be like, "So, man, you go to Disney all the time?" I'm like, "No, bro. I
live next door. I'm not going."
Yeah. It was. I mean, I completely toured out, man. It was awesome. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. So we had the whole crew, and my band and I did a full band photo with it and everything. So it was. First one was named Tyson, and the second one we met was named Cinnamon. Yeah.
Hang on a minute. I think Chase Rice had the same koalas last year when we asked him the same question.
They told me I was the only guy. Son of a... No.
I thought we had the rights to talk to the artist, not these koalas.
That's exactly right.
Second fiddle.
Now, I mentioned Chase Rice. Of course, you've toured with Chase Rice, Brantley Gilbert, Kip Moore. What I find interesting is those three guys were here last year at CMC Rocks. Were they putting in a good word? Were they saying you've got to get on down under?
Everybody, man. Kip talked to me about it. Drake White, who's a great friend of mine who was here last year, I believe. Everybody was just talking about how just incredible it is. And I watched the videos and seen the pictures, but it really doesn't do it justice. Like, you got to come here and really feel how big this really is and just how awesome the vibe and the energy of this whole place is. And last night we played at 11:30 at night after everybody'd been here all day and night, and it was still slam packed and everybody's
talk to us about that. That was the late night campers bar. Now, by that time of night, the campers are, shall we say, well loosened. Is that the right way of saying it?
Yes.
Was the crowd going up in the campers bar?
Yeah. Oh, it was popping off. It was popping off like it was 6 o'clock in the afternoon. It was the first show. It was awesome. It was a perfect way for us to start our Australian endeavors.
Michael Ray there having a chat to us. We'll hear a little bit more from Michael later. MJ, you've just been in the green room, and so to speak, and you turned the camera around so that people were watching you. Did I just see you fall off the lounge chair?
So I thought it'd be funny if I sat down on the brand new sofa that we have in the green room. So I saw Cora Norton has joined the live video, and we're talking about actually with her manager about coming back in
next week.
Yeah, so there's a brand new lounge to check out, mind you. Anyway, so I thought I'd lie down on it, and then you said to me, "Oh, I just need to look up a bit because you're not quite in shot." So I did that, and next thing you know, I was falling off. Yeah. So
Michael Ray, we called him the Kiss You in the Morning guy. Here's why.
Hey, I'm Michael Ray, and you're listening to Planet Country with Big Stu and MJ.
You are listening to Planet Country with Big Stu and MJ. You'll be listening to Michael Ray if you're on 99.9 FM, but now that you're on the live video, we can't play the copyrighted music, but you can talk with Big Stu and MJ directly. Let us know, if you are very new to the video, what you make of the 2019 CMC Rocks lineup.
We absolutely love it. We think it is a great lineup. If we just go back and actually bring it up.
There was actually a bit of a delay with my video feed here.
So you've just seen yourself fall off now.
No, I'm just looking. I'm still in the green room. Yeah,
still in the green room. So Thomas Red, Florida Georgia, and Luke Combs are the big names, of course. They'll do Friday, Saturday night, and Sunday night. Michael Ray is playing now on the radio. He comes back. Low Cash, we can't wait to see Low Cash. Frankie Ballard, absolutely love Frankie Ballard.
What song are we playing for Frankie? Without revealing it for the
We've got two songs, but we may not get to the two songs because time's ticking.
We'll
see.
We've got two Devon Dawson.
Depends how much we crap on the radio.
We could play one Devon Dawson.
We've also got Cam, Carly Pearce, Devon Dawson we mentioned. Australians, Casey Chambers, Troy Casadale for the Americana / what do you want?
That's your sheet. I'm going to prioritise the songs.
/ traditional country fans. Brandy Clark from the US. Lindsay L, Canadian, but amazing guitar player, absolutely. Morgan Wallen, who we love, FGL, done a lot to help him in his career. And we've also got the Sisterhood Band, don't know much about them.
These have already been mixed together.
Yeah.
That defeats the purpose of what I'm doing.
Yeah, sorry. Jim Lauderdale, Americana. Jed Hughes is the Australian who lives in Nashville. Great guitar player, of course. Tanil Towns. Noah Schnacky. Interested in this guy, young guy. part of the Radio Disney group like Temecula Road, who we debuted to Australian radio some time ago. And I called Temecula, but it was Temecula. Whole thing happened.
I'm just going to say the name of one of the songs.
Home Free. Home Free are we mentioned them earlier, the a cappella type group that are just a lot of fun. Elise Simmons, of course, from Tamworth. Elise, Imogen Clark, Melanie Dyer, and Oakwood. Now, Oakwood, I saw some commentary on social media, a lot of fans saying, well, who the hell's Oakwood? They are actually a new band in Melbourne, country rock outfit, fronted by Jamie Holland, formerly from Deep Creek Road. Of course, Deep Creek Road still exists. They have a new female lead singer, and Jamie is now this new band, Oakwood. They're about to debut in November, their debut single, but they've been signed to play CMC Rocks without music even being released. Amazing. Now you're about to play the main stage. Of course, what about that experience going in there in front of the big crowd?
So Rob brought me out side stage last night when Tyler Farr was playing, and he said, you got to see this. And it was just an absolute sea of people. But what I loved was everybody just singing every word and making moments and making memories with their loved ones and their friends. And that's what country music is about. That's what festivals are built for. You know, it's for those times for people to, as soon as it's over, to start planning your trip for it next year. And I think y'all have mastered that here. And it's one of my favorite festivals I've ever been a part of, and I better come back next year. That's all I'm saying.
When you get to see sort of what you're up for, you know, with Rob taking your side stage, do you get a bit nervous, or is it all just adrenaline and excitement to get out there?
It's adrenaline and excitement, man. Like I said, growing up in a family, my family had a band, and so they had me on stage with them. I think before stage fright or nerves ever could kick in. So, you know, I think the only time I've ever been visually nervous was my Opry debut, April 24th of 2015, was probably the most...
It doesn't come bigger than that.
Yeah, that was probably the first time, and I think my dad and I think Tony, my manager over here, I think everybody was like, that's the first time we've seen you, like, visually, like, nervous.
Nervous energy, it's all good.
That's it.
Now, of course, we mentioned the guys that came here last year and told you got to get down here. You've also toured with Sam Hunt, and MJ, this is a pet subject of yours.
Sam Hunt, is one of the most requested artists for CMC Rocks. So, Michael, you're our man on the inside. You've got to go back to Sam and say, listen, you've got to come here. Of course, I mean, that's if you want to say that.
Absolutely.
What's the plan? How do you tell an artist that, hey, this guy MJ from Planet Country says you've got to come down to Australia?
Stop being dumb and get down here, bro. Like, this place is unbelievable. I could completely... Sam needs to get down here. Everybody needs to play this place. But I'm also going to be like Sam, man, if you book it, you got to tell them I have to come. You know, so that's how I want to sell it, I'll be honest with you. Yeah.
That we would look forward to. Talk to us about something serious, the PACE organisation that you're involved with, and I guess Positive Vibes. What does that mean for you?
It means everything. That's what, that's kind of what we try to live our life by, and to be a part of a company like PACE. Tyler and everybody, his story. It's just it's an inspiring thing. It's something that every time I wear one of those shirts and people ask me, hey man, what's that? I get to explain to them and kind of explain to them the positive message that we're trying to bring, as well as with the way that the world is right now, we need more positive energy and more positive messages, and stories like his and PACE is a great platform and a great conversation starter to go, hey man, it's a nice shirt, PACE, what does that mean? Oh, well, let me tell you. And then people want to be a part of it just because they want to be a part of something positive, and kind of just spread that positive energy around in a place where we've seemed to kind of dull the positive light a little bit. It needs to be brightened up a little.
Thanks so much for coming to CMC Rocks and for spending some time at Planet Country.
Thank y'all for having me. Appreciate it.
So, live talk returns after interview was your sign.
Well, now, I saw a couple of people that just joined us now, and I'm like,
what's this?
Stick around, stick around.
But then you held it there thinking there's a delay. We were looking on the monitor. It was so slow to come up. Now. He's still holding it there. It's like over a minute, I reckon, the delay. Mine's at a different rate to yours.
That's when our professional standard comes back.
That's weird.
There's your pen.
That's really weird. I feel funny when I don't have my pen to point.
Karen Stokes, okay, got it. Is that okay, got it, thanks for putting it back, or is that okay, we get it.
Okay, we get it, you idiot. Michael Ray, one that got away, is brand new for him. It's going to air on the radio at the moment. And we had the interview from 2017, Michael Ray, which we did at the festival, which was fantastic. Great guy, great manager. Remember we spoke to the manager. It was really cool.
It's a cool dude.
Yeah, cool dude. Now MJ's just gone through our list of songs because we're trying to work out what we can finish with, what we can fit in, the rest of the time frame for the radio show. And so we've got some Frankie Ballard, some Low Cash to come, lots of good stuff. So
yeah, it's Low Cash. Please tell me you use the ID. Did you use the ID?
I used the ID because... Actually, no, I didn't. Because I ran out of time to use it.
Took all that effort
but
to...
No, because I got confused because I used the Devon Dawson ID.
Oh, okay, that's good.
Because he actually introduced... Yeah, hey, I'm Devon Dawson.
Craig Woodward has just said, awesome work, guys. Seriously honing your craft, lads. Music is what feelings sound like. You can use that one, MJ. Gotta run. Where's he running to?
Craig Woodward's running, wasn't he? Didn't he talk about?
He was on holiday or something.
Yeah, he's talked about being on holiday. So
just sit by the pool, put your feet up, and just chill and watch Big Stu and MJ on Facebook Live.
Nobody's doing that. If they're chilling by the, you know who we haven't heard from? Jay Selensky. He always talks to us about what he's eating. Jay Selensky, what are you eating for dinner?
Must be really good dinner. Or really bad and it's poisoned him and he's gone to hospital. We'll have to find out. I'll invite
Maybe
him.
playing a gig, because a lot of artists do gig even on Monday nights, so that's a possibility.
How long we got?
We have 1 minute and 7, 6, 5, 4. It's boring, but you get the idea.
Just sharing it back. Guys, like the video, share the video, make me happy.
Absolutely.
Otherwise, I'll turn and face the camera more because I've got to hear typing people. I've got to invite Jason Lansky. Where are you, buddy?
We did start the live video a little earlier tonight than other weeks, and we have to finish it a little earlier because we've got to clear out all this gear before the next show comes on air because we're in the way when
we can't get in the way of all the other shows here on Swar 999.
Yeah. We can't think we're more important than anyone else.
We are, we
are. We can't think it, we know it.
At least for between 6 and 8 p.m. we are the most important people in the universe.
Absolutely. So you've got a bit of an update on people's commenting? Craig Woodward, etc. Come up with something, MJ.
Karen Stokes, first one, Beams, yeah, we got it. I got no idea what that was reference to, I forgot now. I don't remember half the things I say, for the record.
Yeah. You like that? Michael Ray, brand new for him. We played that week before last, I think it was. Maybe it was last week. But we played it again because he's coming back to CMC after being here in 2017.
And bringing his fiancée.
No, not fiancée.
Girlfriend.
You're jumping the gun. So you don't want to imagine doing that on the red carpet. We were talking about that before. What would it be like if they're together doing the red carpet? They're a couple. I don't think they're that.
Well, that's what we've got to do now, Big Stu. We've got to make that happen. We made it happen for Kelsey and Morgan.
We did. We saw it in their eyes.
You know why they said they were drunk when they in the song "I Hate Love Songs"? We were drunk when we first met. We don't know our anniversary. Who do you think got them drunk? Who do you think said, "Hey, you two would be a great couple"? Was that the after party?
It was because I called her Chelsea. We've been over this. So.
You accidentally called her Chelsea after
Morgan
you already
cracked
interviewed
up.
Chelsea.
She saw him laugh. Oh, he's got a great laugh and a wonderful smile when he laughs. Bam, ice broken.
Dan wants us to play some Kit Moore. It's wishful thinking. He's not in the 2019 lineup. But tell you what, if we fall short of time, I think we're definitely going to include a bit of Kit Moore. Let us know what your favourite Kit Moore song is. Dan commenting on the Facebook video.
Yeah, absolutely. And we are playing these artists this week from the announcement for the CMC Rocks lineup 2019. One of those, we can't wait to see this guy. This guy, if you look up the definition of chill, I reckon it's this guy. Don't you agree?
Yeah.
Look up chill and it's got a picture of Devon Dawson.
You know what the funny thing is that if my memory serves me correctly, he used to front a heavy metal band?
Yeah, he did. That's right.
Or a screamo band or something?
Screamo or something like that. Does not fit with the picture.
I think maybe, his stress levels went too high and he's kind of gone, I need to chill. I'll do some country.
His doctor said, change to country. Can you do your impersonation of him? Because we're about to hear him introduce this song when you do your, hey, it's Devon Dawson.
But every time I hear it, it's usually when I put the song hook right after it.
Okay.
It's like, hi, I'm Devon Dawson.
All on Me was one of the first songs I wrote for this record. And it's just one of those positive love songs that, you're letting somebody know you're there for them whenever they need you. And I hope it's one of those that you can just crank up and roll the windows down and go for a drive and enjoy it. Hey, I'm Devin Dawson.
Don't want to turn. It's such a good song. I don't want to turn it over to the little mic.
But we'll get in trouble with Facebook. But I love your impersonation
we
of
put
Devin
it up loud
Dawson.
enough. Can we sing it? We're not that good enough. I know Josh Setterfield did a cover and he got pinned for the actual original song. They thought he was Ed Sheeran. But maybe if we sing it really badly. It's a roller coaster ride. I don't know the lyrics.
We can do the chorus.
If you ever feel that way, don't you ever
hesitate. You got my number, you can call on me. If you don't trouble, fall on me.
It's all that. Now fall on me. Call on me, because you know those lines.
Our people on Facebook Live need to be commenting the lyrics for us so we can just karaoke sing it.
Yeah, but the problem is the comments, like everything else, are so delayed that we would get it way later.
Have you ever tried to sing a song while another song played?
That's impossible.
Yeah, okay, because Dan wants to...
Cannot do that.
If we fall short on time, which at the moment is unlikely, so, Dan wants to hear either The Bull or Beer Money.
Ah, yeah.
Beer Money, all-time song.
Hey,
So
here's a hint. Go on to our Facebook. They're on our Facebook page. After we finish the live video, check out the video is still there from Kit Moore singing with Australia that you took from the photography pit. The video of Kit Moore singing.
I might be able to grab the link and give it to Dan in the comments section.
It was unbelievable. MJ's there just with his phone filming this. We had it was the DSLR. You had the proper
Look how
camera.
slow this is right now. Let's pop back.
That is very painful. We will be finishing.
You can call on me.
Now he knows the words. We'll be finishing our live video very soon. Still to come on the radio show, we're going to hear from Frankie Ballard, Low Cash, Lindsay L, maybe Morgan Wallen, maybe even Mel Dyer, Carly Pearce, if we can fit him in. But I actually do want to play Noah Shackey, this young guy who, if you look at the picture of Noah Shackey, you go, oh, this guy is the new Hunter Hayes. When Hunter Hayes burst on the scene at whatever he was, 16, 17 years old, all the girls went, oh my God, he's beautiful, and they went crazy for him. They're going to do that over Noah Shackey. He is, as well as having a weird name, he's just a really cool guy. Have you got the lyrics?
Yes. Come on, relax your mind on me. When you need a shoulder, you can cry on me. Baby! Gotta go really high. Baby! Me. Put it all on me. You got my number, I can hate you, Big Stu. I really want to punch you right now.
I just killed
take it out on me.
Killed the under music.
Count on me. When you're low, you can get high on me.
Can you do a bit of this? You got to sort of do a bit of that.
On me. I'm trying to read the lyrics. It's really hard to talk to the mic and read the lyrics.
And do dance moves.
I should know them off the top of my head.
It's very difficult to do the dance moves.
I've been listening to the next one we're going to play, which is Asking for a Friend. I've been listening to that a lot more recently. Which, by the way, both of them play in Woolworths stores. Did you know? I heard them both at 2 separate times, along with about 20 Key songs.
Cool.
Including Horses, which hasn't been released as a single yet.
Karen has commented, it's my fave from 2016, and it was pouring rain. Remember, it was absolutely pouring rain, and the crowd were just singing along. It was amazing.
That was incredible. I've got to find that video, don't I? I've got to find that video. Where's the video?
It's still there. I see it at the top of the page all the time.
I've got Facebook friends trying to distract me while I'm trying to do my work here.
So we're going into the second of the double play of Devin Dawson. It's the equally chill, just asking for a friend.
I want to see him and Walker Hayes have a chill off.
Oh, imagine that.
Devin has to return, and Walker Hayes has to come down, and they're going to have a chill off. They both just sit either side of the stage and just play music and just see who can be the most chill.
You know the venue, you'd want to see them play.
Like a big buzz in the background. I didn't say that, did I?
Where's Ray? He's late in the drive-through. Leadbelly Newtown. You know the venue Leadbelly?
Oh, that weird place.
That would be the venue for these guys to play, where it's just chill and everyone's just sort of leaning against the wall, just chill.
Keith Moore sings Beer Money with Australia. Okay, Dan, if we run out of time to play it, you're going to have something better. You're going to have a video of Keith Moore singing, and add photo pit actors. I'm in front of a speaker going deaf just to get a shot, and I literally Keith Moore right above me go, yeah!
Yeah. MJ, my monitor has frozen on you headbutting the desk. Oh, now it's moved. So, that's perfect.
Keep the dance music going. Bring us me to keep dancing. But this is Devin Dawson, so I just be like...
So, there's too much head movement.
Hang on. the chorus picks up. That's the bit. How would I dance to that? Then?
Yeah. Here we go. He's singing with. You've actually got a mic next to you. You just phoned someone. Hello? Sorry. Goodbye. There. Done.
When I was on Thursday Drive on the other station, I sang along to "I Don't Care" by Fall Out Boy, and I put it on my personal IGTV. Okay. Actually, I didn't put the sing along. I only put the segment after that.
Yeah. So there's your mic. It's a studio mic, not a live performance mic.
It's called the Broadcaster.
The Broadcaster
retails at $300, and I just grabbed it like that.
That's the pop filter. It's all good.
Dan has replied. Thanks, MJ. Well, MJ delivers on what he promises. There's the link. Check that out after the live video. You're not leaving us till the end, my friend.
There it is. The link. So Devin Dawson, one that I think will be fantastic to see play. It will be the chill kind of set.
But I don't want him to be during the day. Like, that's where you put chill art. I want him to be like just people chilling ahead of, say, Thomas Rhett taking.
Yeah. It's kind of that just winding. It's the. I reckon you have him at dusk. He's a dusk guy. Just as it gets dark, and then it's like, now we're ramping up the party.
Okay, you've gone to the premium restaurant setup. You got your steak and your chips. I know James Baker loves your steak and chips.
Well, he didn't get the chips.
He forgot. He's going to be sitting there just like, dinner on a show type of feel, you know. Yeah.
40 seconds.
Bree, you're abusing your privilege of being friends with the MJ on Facebook because you keep messaging me and it's getting really frustrating. I'm trying to work here. Trying to work. Thanks, legends. You're welcome, Dan. I've been calling him Dan because we know so many Dans. So sorry. Do you prefer Dan or Daniel? I'll correct myself.
Just asking for a friend.
Devin Dawson, the chill out factor. We've been talking about this on the live Facebook stream, MJ.
So chill, man.
We've been trying to work out how you dance.
I'm just chill right
Devin
now.
Dawson. We suggested he should perhaps play at dusk. Kind of like, we don't want to see him, he's a big star. You don't want to have him, in the morning or something.
He's too young and too cool and even too chill for daytime.
It's got to be dusk because then you're building up to the, the big party anthem.
I reckon Low Cash, incredible act, but they have to be at daytime simply because they're anthem songs. They want, basking in the sun type of stuff.
Yes, the summer kind of, yes.
Like, I'm talking like, I reckon it'll be packed for Low Cash as big as it's packed for Thomas Rhett at night. Because we know he's a headline, he's going to be playing at night. And I reckon Devin Dawson is dinner time. So you go all crazy for Low Cash, and then as the sun begins to settle, Low Cash exit the stage, and you go to all the restaurants, all the food trucks, you buy your dinner, and you sit down at your camp
You're
seat.
eating the dinner while Devin Dawson's
or you're holding, a burger or whatever, the rapper's standing up at the front of the stage, and you just chill there. It's dinner on a show, Devin Dawson, and just him just standing there going, I'm just asking for a friend, and then you see as you bite into a burger.
How does Big Jim eat? Because he is at the front and centre for every act. I don't think he ever leaves.
Big Jim?
Yeah. Does someone bring him food and drink?
Maybe he just eats air. Like, it's like just airflow, and he's like...
I don't know. I don't think he leaves this.
He's got to have a crew that he must pay to service him all of his needs. I'm always wondering how he goes to the bathroom. Does he ever go to the bathroom? Maybe he doesn't eat because he doesn't leave that. Is there like a trap door below him or something?
He could.
Does he
crawl under
have
the stage.
a life-size wax model of himself that he places there, and then he goes off and then he sneaks back?
Now you're being ridiculous. I think the trapdoor's far more feasible.
Speaking of ridiculous, Daniel Buck is again in the comments. I've been calling him Dan because we had Dan Henwood and a few other Dans as well. We had Dan Daniels. That's the guy's name, Dan Daniels. Killer name. He was in the comments a bit earlier. But Daniel Buck, I said to him, I've been calling you Dan during the live Facebook Live. Do you prefer Dan or Daniel? Let me know. And it's because it's Daniel on Facebook, and the others are all Dan on Facebook. And he goes, Dan is what my mum calls me if I'm in trouble. Either Daniel or Bucky.
Oh, okay.
But normally it'd be like Daniel is like, your mother calls you Daniel.
Yeah,
Daniel,
it's
come here, and he's like, everyone just calls me Dan. But it's actually the reverse. That's just a very that's
when
unique.
when you get the middle name, that's when you know you're in trouble. So I don't know what Daniel's middle name is, but say it was John. Daniel John Buck, come here.
Well, my middle name is John. It's
There you
Matthew
go.
John, which is why I'm MJ.
Yes.
Because MB, my last name starts with B, doesn't really make
Doesn't
sense.
sound good on radio.
But so we'll go by the nickname Bucky. So we've got the Birdman, we've got Bucky. And then we need
And then
Buckaroo.
there's the Buck, who's another guy complete. It's getting too confusing. We're going to go into some music. Someone we cannot wait to see is Frankie Ballard. This is Cigarette on Planet Country. I need to just... I'm caught up. I need to just take some of these...
Smoke rings dancing off into your lips, sneaking out the back of your throat and coming out the...
I want to sing along, but I can't put the copyright on Facebook. It's really annoying. I'll get the chorus ready.
I wanna be a cigarette, smoking on so cool.
Might have been in shot, I don't know.
You want to Don't Get Better Than That?
Yeah, it's not the current single. The current single is Feels Like a Party, which is not available in Australia, but it's on Spotify Australia. I'm about to rant about that soon. Well, that's why people illegally download. Because it's like, if you want to play it on your radio show, you need a copy of it. It's not been made for distribution yet. It's not for sale, but it's on Spotify. So Spotify has it, but we don't have it. Doesn't make sense. Low cash management. I'm not happy with you guys. I'll be raising this with them at CMC Rocks. Adam just said, great show tonight, guys. Well, thank you, Adam. We love having the feedback, positive and negative. He said, heard most on radio, but also enjoyed watching on Facebook as well. Well, that's what it is. A lot of people, people tend to listen to radio mostly in the car these days, and not everyone's driving. Some people get stuck in traffic. If you're in Sydney, you're stuck in traffic at 6 o'clock still. Yep. But we just thought, how do we bring we have some incredible shows, and the artists, they have such a good time on the show. We're like, how do we get that to the mass audience? And as soon as artists start performing, we used to do Facebook Live. And we just get a great reaction with Facebook Live. We're like, we want that for the whole show. And we brought in all the gear to do, to bring the audio into Facebook. And then just when I figured out how to do that, we also figured out how to run a separate mic and be able to take out the copyright stuff. And it was when we tried it, I think on the very first night here at SWA after we moved, from Thursdays to Mondays into the new station in SWA 999. We tried it out. We had Nina in the studio. I had no idea how I could control what I'm listening to.
Yeah.
So I had Brooke Lambert scream at me, yeah, I can hear you, Matt. It's all good. But
it worked well.
It worked really well, and we've been going ever since. And then Jace Lansky, who is absent from the video tonight, which is amazing.
Most disappointing.
Must have had the best dinner ever.
It must have.
Yeah. He said, "Oh, you guys going live tonight?" And we're like, "Oh, we don't have a guest." He's like, "I just want you guys to go live." And I did.
We did.
A couple of weeks ago, just with my phone in my hand. Great response, and again,
we thought, okay, we'll crap on, and people might.
Big Jim's joined the video.
Big Jim,
we've been talking about you, mate.
We have been talking about you.
How do you go to the bathroom without leaving your spot?
That was MJ's question. How do you eat?
How do you eat? Does someone bring you food? Because you never leave, and we're just like, he's going to be sitting there front. Did you just forget to go back?
No, because you.
Oh my god.
That was Cigarette, Frankie Ballard. I was watching the timing, and then suddenly you went, Big Jim's joined us on Facebook Live, and it all changed.
So, Big Jim, who we were just talking about, I think, did we talk about him on air or just Facebook?
I can't remember now.
We've got to keep track of two shows. We've got the video and we've got the radio. Big Jim, for those who don't know, is front and centre every single act.
That's right.
At CMC Rocks. This guy, CMC Rocks in the campsite, they have street names. So you
after
find
the
your
artist.
campsite. Yeah, named after the artist. He got one named after himself.
That's right.
Because he was there every year and he was front and centre. And basically, even Stormy Warren, who's the filler MC guy in between acts, even he just has direct conversations with Big Jim.
That's right.
And Big Jim has just joined us in the Facebook comments. And we've asked him, we want to know, how does he get food? First of all, how do you eat without leaving your spot?
Because
does someone
he's
bring
always
you food? Does someone have to climb over people to get to you at the very front? Do you have a deal with one of my fellow photographers in the photo pit that hands you food or something? And I also want to know, how do you go to the bathroom? Because if you got to go and you got to go for a while, you're leaving your spot for a very long time.
I think there's a kind of a reserved spot for him, and so he can leave and come back, and no one's allowed.
No, it's the CMC Rocks code. It's Big Jim. Big Jim stands what he wants.
VIP.
I thought he might have had a life-size wax figure of himself that he just pulls out of nowhere. Maybe he has like a Pokeball.
So he's not there all the time.
He has a Pokeball, like Pokemon can somehow fit inside the tiny ball. He just goes, come on out, Big Jim wax figure. And then the wax figure just appears out of nowhere. He places it where he was standing, hands on the barrier, in the blue singlet.
Yep.
He goes off, does his business, eats his food, comes back, and then,
Now you've got
Big Jim returns.
You've got video of Jim when you were doing video from the photography pit of. He may even be in that Kip Moore one we were talking about earlier.
He was
singing along.
He was definitely in there. You can probably see him there.
We are celebrating the lineup announcement for CMC Rocks Queensland 2019. One of those we cannot wait to see is Low Cash. Let's check them out now. Don't get better than that.
What's up, guys? It's Low Cash here.
I didn't think of this.
I'm like ID, and you're like, no.
Just teasing you, MJ. We need to...
Hang on, I've got to sing into this song, man. This is just such a... This band, Low Cash, if you don't know them, you've not been listening to Planet Country or The Wolf enough, because these guys make the best anthems. Just a mama's cooking. Speaking of mama's cooking, Baker Productions has commented, which is just James Baker using his business account. He says, guys, I'm getting churros.
Oh.
So... He goes to Ribs and Burgers, and because they forget to give him his chips, he goes and gets churros.
Where's ours?
Exactly, you know where we are.
He used to visit us at the other studio. He used to come here.
He hasn't come here.
He lives closer to here.
But, James, you bring churros to Swile 999 and we eat them in the green room. There's a dining table out there.
Absolutely. MJ, we need to start wrapping up the live Facebook
Dan
video.
said he did snuck off from the live video to watch Kip Moore. The video of Kip Moore performing Beer Money, and it was awesome.
Yeah, it was awesome.
And someone had a love heart react. That was Karen.
Okay. Karen's been with us, I think, throughout. So thank you so much for joining us, Karen, for the whole
they must
video.
have taken forever to make the pizza, and then she had to. But she must have been walking home carrying 4 pizzas and a garlic bread.
No, she didn't go out. I thought she got it delivered.
It said pickup, I thought.
Oh, okay.
It must be taken.
She sent one of the kids.
But they had a receipt, so she had to have gotten it in person. Unless she says, "Can you deliver it?" and then drove home. I'm not missing a bit of Big Stu and MJ.
It could be the case.
Maybe like Big Jim, she has a person that holds the video and types comments like while she's driving along with something.
That's possible.
That's interesting.
So MJ, we need to wrap it up because we have to get the gear out of here, even though we're having so much fun.
But Big Stu, don't get better than that.
Thank you for joining us, everyone. We'll be back next week, possibly with Cora Norton live in the studio.
Yeah, Cora and Joe, can you let us know if you want to do it
next
next week?
So,
if you guys want to do it next week, let us know.
If you do come in, Cora, you've got to bring the textbooks because we're going to have a pop quiz for Year 11 exams.
Study sesh.
That's right. Just think of it as the school library, you know?
Mm-hmm. Alrighty.
Feel like you're right where you're meant to be. Like you and me.